Hello out there, and a quick video today of a couple things that I just really had to share with you guys. So the knives in front of you today, we have a Benchmade Bailout and a TRM Atom. You've seen the Atom before, I've reviewed it, but today's video is about how these knives are going to be available for auction actually right now. There are auctions going on Instagram, or you can email me at jtsknifelife@gmail.com to put in your bid on each one of these knives to win it. All of the funds going to benefit the family of my buddy Nick Maffei. So yeah, that whole effort that I had has snowballed, and I've received a lot more donations. And what I want to talk about today is what those donations are, because it's just cool stuff that I want to get on camera and I want to share my thoughts about it. So we'll get back to the TRM stuff in a minute. This knife right here is arguably the coolest Benchmade Bailout that you will ever come across. It is certainly one of a kind. This one was donated by my buddy Zach from Zach Stuff. Hopefully you know him and you're following his channel. He's just such a good dude, and I've been so fortunate to have been able to influence him when he was new and getting into YouTube and starting his channel. And I mean, his stuff has obviously taken on a life of its own, and he's just such an awesome guy. And yeah, I'm just thankful for that relationship. And I mean, he's super generous to a ton of people, but he's been very, very helpful in the effort to help out Nick's family. So he sent this Bailout, which again, guys, is one of a kind. Check this knife out. For me, just in general, I didn't love the Bailout, just the look of it, because I didn't like the blade shape and I didn't love the pommel. And all that stuff's sort of taken care of. And what we have here is a knife that looks very different. You know, the general shape is sort of the same, but there's some stuff here that is pretty unique that you're not going to be able to find anywhere else. So regardless of if you're interested in the auction to get this knife, it's just something cool to check out. So let's just go through it real quick. So these are aftermarket scales from Rock Scale Designs. You can see they're a little bit snail trailed, so not really a big deal there, but yeah, they do have a little bit of wear on them, but they're really pretty, really nice bluish purple kind of color that, you know, sort of switches depending on how the light hits it. So very attractive there. But then the blade is what's awesome. All right, so this blade has been turned into a drop point, and it also has VEF serrations. So these VEF serrations, and here's the best part, the VEF serrations have been put on the knife by Tom VEF himself. So he did all this work to make it take away the tanto and put the serrations on himself. So, I mean, that's super cool, especially, like, you know, for me, a guy who's been into CRKT for a long time, you know, and seeing some of his models with the VEF serrations on them from, like, factory to understand that he did this himself, very cool. The other thing about it, it's pretty much one of a kind here, is we have number 5 in the first production run. So number 5 is a pretty low number. You don't see number 5 very often or anything lower than that. I think number 1 belonged to Les Diasis, who's the president and was the founder of Benchmade. And then like number 2 goes to the Pope. And I think number 3 is whoever the president of the United States is. And number 4 is like the leader of the Federal Reserve. And then number 5 is like P. Diddy. So this might be P. Diddy's knife. I don't know. Obviously, that's a joke, but whoever gets these knives, these low numbers, usually doesn't sell them, so you don't get to see those available all that often. So this, again, is just a one-of-a-kind piece and just super, super sweet. So whoever gets this one is going to have a very awesome knife, and it's going to benefit a family that needs it. So awesome for Zach to do that and be a part of it. The other thing is, once word got out about all this stuff, my buddy Greg, who has donated so much to the channel, decided to throw the TRM Atom in too. And he was posting about it on the TRM site. So again, I'm going to say thank you to Greg, but I've said thank you so many times. I mean, this guy just continues to be a stand-up guy and super generous to a bunch of causes, especially just supporting the channel. So thank you, Greg, for doing this. But what happened was the information that he was donating this and that the auction was going to be happening got out to the people at TRM, and they sent a bunch of swag to throw into the auction. So let me just show you all the stuff that TRM sent. First, Greg put in the original scale. So these are the original G10 scales for the knife. They're like a brownish tan. So I'm not sure what I would prefer if these were on the actual knife, but obviously it will come with the micarta as well. Well, let's just start bringing out the things that TRM donated. So, sticker, guitar pick, a really nice TRM Weeha set. So check that out. So 2 Weeha T6 bits, and that's awesome. All right, so as a guy, like, I always buy sets, and it's sort of frustrating because you buy all of different sizes, and all I really need are like 6 and 8 and 10. And so the fact that this comes with 2 bits that are T6 is just super smart and something that everyone should do in the future. We have a sticker here. Hold on a second. There's a titanium bottle opener. It says TRM on the other side. There's a patch. I've got a keychain. You know, all this TRM just sent me. They don't know me. I've never bought anything from them. They just sent it, you know, in order to help the auction, which is awesome. And then there's one weird thing. This is a made from sugarcane container. I don't know. I don't know if it's watertight, but I don't know. You can put stuff in it. Sort of odd. I'm not sure. And then last but not least, there are 2 really, really nice TRM shot glasses. So all this is going to go to the person who wins the auction for the Atom here. And it's just awesome. I mean, you know, companies or groups get wind that you're doing something and they want to donate, and you know, they throw, you know, maybe some stickers in the mail or something like that. These guys really went above and beyond, and they could have done their own auction, you know, and given away stuff and gotten a lot of notoriety for it. You know, they could have done a number of different things, and instead they sent it to my little channel, which is going to get them less exposure probably, but they did it out of the goodness of their heart. So I don't know. I just think that's really neat. You know, I've never helped them make a dime. I've never bought anything from them, and I will certainly now one day. I'll definitely try to pay that back by supporting them as much as I can. But it's just a neat thing to see in the community, and especially the same week that, you know, we get the bad news about Cold Steel. You know, there's something that comes and reminds you about all the good people who are around and who are going to continue to be around. So yeah, the point of this wasn't to necessarily get you guys in on the auction, but if you want to, again, and you're not on Instagram, jtsknifelife@gmail.com, you can email me your bid, and we can do it that way for either, you know, either the Atom or the Bailout. So just let me know in the subject line if you choose to do it that way, or dropping stuff all over the place, or find the post on Instagram and let me know that way. All right, guys, that's all I got. Just wanted to share these because, you know, especially this thing right here, couldn't get it and send it out without putting it in front of the camera, that's for sure. So any other questions, comments, complaints, suggestions, let me know. I'll be talking with you soon. Have a good one.